Welcome back, everyone. In the previous lesson, we decoded important information that provided sufficient evidence to affirm that Shakyamuni Buddha, the founder of Buddhism, is indeed the incarnation of God. This revelation not only bridges the gap between different religions, but also encourages us to reflect on the messages God has left for humanity in the scriptures. One of the most significant messages can be found in Jeremiah 29:11-13, NIV. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. So, what is God's plan? Today's lesson will help us uncover this plan, delving into the origin of sentient beings and decoding the existence of the 6 realms of samsara. Through this, we will gain a deeper understanding of the purpose of each human lifetime and how all of this fits into God's divine plan. Please note that the images in this lesson are for illustrative purposes only. Before diving into the details, let's first revisit 2 essential teachings that the Buddha left behind in the Buddhist scriptures. These 2 teachings are key points in humanity's path to enlightenment, and as such, we need to thoroughly understand them in order to unlock the path to awakening as ordained by God. The 2 important details are as follows. First, the Buddha once taught that all sentient beings have Buddha nature. Second, the Buddha once said, I am a Buddha who has already become. Sentient beings are Buddhas who will become. To fully grasp these teachings, there are 3 important questions we need to clarify. 1. What is Buddha nature? 2. Why does Buddha nature exist in every sentient being? 3. Why did Shakyamuni Buddha affirm that sentient beings will become Buddhas in the future? These crucial aspects will be explained as we explore God's divine plan. This plan is not only about salvation, but also about training sentient beings to become Buddhas, fully enlightened beings in this vast universe. 1. The profound cause behind the creation of this divine plan. In the time before the universe was formed, if humans had existed, they would have seen only an endless expanse of darkness. However, within that vast space, there existed a realm known as the infinite realm, also called the Buddha realm, or the realm of eternal life. Initially, in this Buddha realm, there were only 7 ancient Buddhas. Therefore, the Supreme God and the ancient Buddhas desired to have countless more Buddhas living with them to make the universe more lively. From this desire, he devised a plan to create sentient beings and then educate them so that they could attain enlightenment and become basic Buddhas. This was the plan to create additional Buddhas in the universe. In this process of enlightening sentient beings, the ancient Buddhas participate and contribute their efforts. Each of them has their own role and mission, aiming to guide all sentient beings toward enlightenment. The 7 ancient Buddhas in the primordial universe are 1. The Supreme God, the highest being of the universe. He created the universe and humanity. In Buddhism, he manifests as Shakyamuni Buddha, the founder of Buddhism. 2. The Queen of Heaven. In Buddhism, she manifests as the Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. 3. The Imperial Consort. In Buddhism, she manifests as Mahastamaprapta Bodhisattva, also known as Great Strength Bodhisattva. 4. Dipankara, the ancient Buddha. 5. Samantabhadra, the ancient Buddha. 6. Kshitigarbha, the ancient Buddha. 7. Maitreya Buddha. Two, the divine plan of God for Buddha creation. Now let us explore the details of God's divine plan for Buddha creation. 2.1. The Supreme God creates the 6 realms of reincarnation. Initially, from Wuzi, the Supreme God created Taiji, also known as the Supreme Polarity. Then, based on the yin-yang dual principle, he formed the 6 realms. These 6 realms include the heaven realm, the human realm, the asura realm, the animal realm, the hungry ghost realm, and the hell realm. These are the realms he created to train sentient beings to become Buddhas. 2.2. The stage of creating and educating sentient beings. The Supreme God, along with his 2 wives, who are 2 ancient female Buddhas, the Queen of Heaven and the Imperial Consort, created sentient beings. After creating them, he, together with the other ancient Buddhas, directly educated sentient beings to become Buddhas by arranging their lifetimes of experiences within the 6 realms of reincarnation. All the experiences of sentient beings are fully encompassed within the Supreme God's predetermined plan. The process of creating and educating sentient beings goes through 3 smaller stages. 1. The creation stage. From the Dharmakaya of the Supreme God, he replicated a Buddha essence formula, also known as Buddha nature. The purpose is for it to operate and eventually become a Buddha in the future. The Buddha essence formula contains no perception, but it includes 3 hidden elements: compassion, wisdom, and supernatural powers. These elements exist in a completely latent form. After that, the 2 ancient female Buddhas created the outer body, or the shell, to encase the Buddha nature. This shell has a special structure that will gradually wear down and fall away through the process of experiences in the 6 realms of reincarnation. Next is the stage of cultivation. After creating the outer shell, the 2 ancient female Buddhas wrap it up and place it into the human body, the body in the heaven realm, the body of the asura, the body of animals, to form sentient beings. At this point, all sentient beings must go through the 6 realms of reincarnation to cultivate, learning and experiencing the joys and sufferings of life. The purpose of wandering through the 6 realms of reincarnation is to accumulate merit and blessings in order to awaken the wisdom and compassion hidden within the Buddha nature of each sentient being. Finally, the stage of maturation. This is the moment when sentient beings have journeyed enough through the 6 realms of reincarnation and matured through learning the lessons of joy and suffering. At the same time, the outer shell encasing the Buddha nature gradually falls away. At this stage, the Supreme God will descend to the world to give teachings and guide sentient beings back to the infinite realm, the realm of the Buddhas. Two 2.3. The things the Supreme God cannot do. Exploring the things the Supreme God cannot do in the Buddha training process will help us gain a deeper understanding of his training program. The Supreme God is precisely Shakyamuni Buddha. Therefore, the things he cannot do are exactly the 4 things that the Buddha once mentioned. Here are the 4 things that Shakyamuni Buddha said he cannot do. 1. Cause and effect cannot be altered. The seeds one sows must be reaped by oneself. No one else can do it for them, nor can they bear the consequences on their behalf. 2. Wisdom cannot be given. To gain wisdom, one must learn on their own. It cannot be granted by anyone. 3. The wondrous Dharma cannot fully describe the true nature of the universe. Language cannot convey the true essence of the universe. Only through actual experience can one comprehend it. 4. Without affinity, one cannot be liberated. Those without affinity will never hear or understand the words we share. Just as heavy rain cannot nourish a tree without roots, the Buddha's teachings, though vast, cannot liberate those without affinity. So, what is the real reason for the things that the Supreme God cannot do? It is because in the Buddha essence formula, also known as Buddha nature, there exists immense potential for wisdom and compassion, but these qualities remain hidden and unopened. Therefore, for sentient beings to become Buddhas, they must go through cultivation and practice, which includes learning and experiencing all the joys and sufferings of life. This process gradually unlocks the potential that the Supreme God has embedded in each sentient being. Furthermore, During the Buddha formation process, the Supreme God, along with the Supreme Council of Deities, has established rules and regulations to ensure the success of the process. As a result, he does not interfere with the karma of each sentient being. Even though he possesses divine powers, great wisdom, and a heart full of boundless compassion, and loves his children deeply, he does not intervene with his powers. Instead, he has established various religious foundations such as Buddhism, Christianity, Confucianism, and many others, leaving behind teachings in sacred scriptures. If sentient beings wish to attain enlightenment, they must study and complete all the lessons he has arranged in order to develop the compassion and wisdom required to become a Buddha. Remember this: the difficulties and challenges in life are opportunities to increase wisdom. Painful experiences are opportunities for sentient beings to expand their compassion. By enduring pain, they can more easily understand the suffering of others, thereby developing empathy and love. The mysteries have been clarified. In this way, by understanding the plan to create Buddhas of the Supreme God, we have also clarified the previously unclear matters. 1. What is Buddha nature? Buddha nature is the Buddha essence formula, which is a copy of the Dharma body of Shakyamuni Buddha, allowing it to develop into a Buddha. The Buddha essence contains 3 elements: compassion, wisdom, and supernatural powers, but they exist in a latent state, not yet activated. 2. Why does Buddha nature exist in all sentient beings? All sentient beings are created by the Supreme God. The 2 ancient female Buddhas, who are the mothers of all sentient beings, wrapped the Buddha essence formula into each person's soul. This means that within every soul resides Buddha nature, also known as the seed of a Buddha. 3. Why did the Buddha affirm that sentient beings will become Buddhas? Sentient beings were created by the Supreme God to be trained into basic Buddhas. He, along with the Divine Council, arranges lifetimes of experiences according to a preordained plan, ensuring that sentient beings study all necessary lessons. Since everything follows the plan and arrangement, the Buddha affirmed that sentient beings will indeed become Buddhas. In conclusion, through the revelation of the divine plan by the Supreme God to create and enlighten sentient beings towards Buddhahood, we have gained a profound understanding of the origin of sentient beings and the 6 realms of samsara, particularly the significance of each human lifetime. We were created by the Supreme God from the infinite realm. He created the 6 realms of samsara as a school, or a means to train us. The Supreme God and the ancient female Buddhas are the spiritual parents of all sentient beings. All sentient beings must journey through reincarnation in the 6 realms to learn all the necessary lessons in His divine plan. This process is the path of cultivation, preordained by the Supreme God. The ultimate destination for sentient beings, after attaining Buddhahood, is to return to the infinite realm, the home of the Buddhas. Additionally, at the final stage of this divine process, the Supreme God will descend again to the world to deliver teachings and open the way for sentient beings. Let us explore His descent in the upcoming lesson on the Wheel-Turning King.